everyone, it's time for a new game. We are at the 800 level right now, so let's take a look at some positional mistakes and see what went wrong. So, I played this game with white pieces. I started this time with c4, c4, e5, knight c3, bishop c5, knight goes to f3, attacking the pawn d6, so all is fine. e3, my idea is to push d4 and fight for central squares. Knight goes to f6, I play d4, takes, bishop b6. In general, so far so good. White already has a little advantage because, well, obviously I have more space. I developed two pieces, but okay, black also developed two pieces. I just have more space, I have some control over some central squares, and yeah, so it's just slightly better for white right now. I play bishop g5 in order to create a little problem for my opponent. Knight b to d7, protecting the knight. Knight, if knight d5 or knight e4 moves, well, can be played, but they will be not that dangerous for black. I play bishop d3. My plan is to bet a castle first. Black castles. I make a castle h6. I keep some tension on the board. We don't exchange our bishops for such knights because it's better to first of all keep bishops on the board and also to keep some tension on the board. c5. This is not a critical maybe moment of the game, but this is already a positional mistake, positional inaccuracy, but I would call it a mistake, because what happens? By playing c5, you put your pawn on the dark square, and you can see that you have dark squared bishop on b6. So by pushing this pawn on c5, you block your bishop, and your bishop is now like a big pawn. It's not attacking anything, it's not dangerous to white, it's passive. That's why to play c5 was a positional mistake. It was even better to play c6. By playing c6, well, you are preparing to push d5 at some point. You don't let me push d5 that easily, even though right now I can do it. But if I push d5, then by pushing my pawn, I will open this diagonal for my opponent's bishop. And also by playing c6, black creates a little square for his knight, and then if in future black will be able to push d5, you know, this bishop will become really very strong. At every step of the game, at every moment of the game, when it is your turn to play, when it is your move, you need to try to evaluate the position. You need to find your strengths and your weaknesses. Right now, you can say that probably your weakness is that the bishop on c8 because it's not developed, plus it's blocked. But okay, maybe, you know, sometimes we keep those bishops, we keep bishop on c8, and if we play with white pieces, we can keep that bishop on c1 for a better moment, you know, to develop it. Another problem can be, it's not a big problem, but just maybe this bishop is not very active, but at the same time, it creates some threats, it puts some pressure on my pawn on d4. So it's not easy for me, for example, to move that knight from f3, because my knight is protecting this pawn on d4. So what do you need to do? You need to try to improve your weak pieces, to improve your weaknesses, or to get rid of your weaknesses. And also, if you can make your weak pieces strong, then it's even better. But you should not make your normal pieces weak. So by playing c5, that bishop is now a problem for black. Well, it's probably not a real problem, but it's just a useless piece on b6, right? Okay, and on the other hand, you know, pawn and bishops probably together, they put even more pressure on this pawn on d4. And for example, Right now, computer is recommending to play something like knight to d5 or bishop to f5, but I decided just to play d5. By playing to d5, I blocked this bishop. I blocked these pawns. Yeah, now this bishop cannot, now this bishop is blocked on b6. Even if it goes here, it will be blocked by this pawn. The only way is probably to go to a5. And this was one of the best moves for black in this position, to play bishop to a5 and at least to try to exchange the bad bishop for a good knight, for a piece of your opponent. It doesn't matter if it is good or black, but the most important is, to resolve the problem of your weak piece. My opponent didn't do that. My opponent played rook to e8, which is actually also not bad. By playing rook to e8, you get control, over this e file. I play bishop to c2 with some ideas to put my queen to d3 and maybe to, create some threats. Knight goes to e5, knight takes e5, pawn takes e5. By the way, by playing this move, black helped me to create a strong passed pawn on d5. Now it is a passed pawn, plus it is protected by passed pawn. And usually when you have a pawn like this, you have quite a serious advantage. And again, at this moment, at every moment of the game, you need to always look for, your weaknesses, your problems, and you need to try to improve them. You need to try to fix them. And again, the best move in this position was bishop to a5 move. Trying to exchange the bishop for this knight. I play rook to e1. I must admit that it was my mistake, because by playing rook to e1, now black plays bishop to a5, and now I have no chance to avoid this piece exchange, because now I cannot move my knight. Knight is pinned. If I move it somewhere, for example here, then bishop takes e1 will be played. I didn't see this, so bishop a5 was played, so this is a good move right now. I play rook to e3, trying to move my rook from this diagonal. Black doesn't take my knight. Instead, black plays b6. By playing b6, what does black do? Yes, black again blocks his own bishop on a5. Well, there was a chance to take my knight on c3. Black didn't use this chance, but blocked his own bishop, and now I understand that it's time to go for my knight, and I play knight to e4. Now this bishop is bad. This bishop is, well, it's okay. It's still on c8, but okay, it has a lot of space. But we have another problem. Black has another problem. Now this knight on f6 is under pressure. And this bishop, usually we use our bishops to protect from such pins, but right now this bishop is too far away from that knight, so too much pressure, plus rook f3 is a threat, or queen f3. So black played g5 in order to get rid of this bishop, of this pin. As far as I remember, I decided to take a risk. Well, I didn't calculate much, but I thought that okay, why not? It's an educational game for my viewers and also for me at the same time. I just I like to take risks in my online games, because I understand that when you play over the board, it's really risky to sacrifice pieces. Why not to try to do it in online chess at least? So I decided to sacrifice my knight, and I played knight takes g5. In fact, this is the first line. This is the best move. Why, by the way, one more detail, one more moment why I decided to go for this risk. Maybe because it was actually not that risky. I'm sacrificing my piece, my minor piece, but black also plays without minor piece, because this piece doesn't take part in this game at the moment, and who knows, maybe it will not. Black needs really a lot of time, a lot of moves to make this bishop active again. And I thought, okay, I'm right now like a piece up, why not to sacrifice that piece? So I play knight takes g5, Moreover, I'm sacrificing my piece for 2 pawns. H takes g5, bishop takes g5, so now there is this unpleasant, now super unpleasant pin. I'm threatening to play rook to f3 or to play rook to g3. Bishop goes to g4, and here unfortunately I make a mistake, positional mistake as well, because I played f3. I thought that this is a good move, because by playing f3 I'm winning some time, right? I'm attacking the bishop needs to move, and then I will, continue with my plans. But the problem is, a little problem, it's not a big problem, is that I want my queen to give checkmate to my opponent. I need my queen to give that checkmate. But how to do it? I cannot play queen to e1 because of that bishop, so at least this bishop, plays some little role in this game. Queen e1 is not possible, right? Same about queen d2, again about this bishop. If I play queen to d3, well, possible, but after bishop h5, if you play queen d3 right now, then bishop g6 will be played, so I will not be able to create threats on this diagonal. So I lost some. Actually, I wanted to win some time, but I lost some time. It was better, according to the engine, to play queen to c1. And after this move, by the way, one more detail about f3 move is that, I blocked this third rank for my rook. So now rook g3 or rook h3 is not possible. And why queen to c1 was better? Because now I'm threatening to play rook to g3, putting pressure to this bishop. Well, still this knight is under some pressure, and then I can play bishop h6, queen g5, something like that, and win easily. At this moment I have +4 already. But I play to f3, bishop h5, I play bishop to f5, king g7, I play queen to d3. In fact, right now computer is giving me almost -1. But let's not forget, because I'm playing without minor piece, I sacrificed a minor piece, even though black's minor piece doesn't participate much in this game, but still it's there, still on the board. So if my attack on the king side will not work, then I may have some problems. But black plays bishop to g6, I play rook to f1, I need one more piece for attacking, rook h8, now I take on e5, because rook was actually protecting this pawn, now not. So rook takes e5, queen goes to b8, attacking my rook. I play bishop to f4, which was also inaccuracy. Computer is recommending f4 move, d6 move, bishop takes f6 move, any move, but not what I played, because I thought that, well, when I put my bishop on this diagonal, then I will create also some threats, but actually no. Black played this knight h5 move, I played queen to e4, making my position even more unclear. Now it is almost -2 for me. So and now mistake happened. Now this b5 mistake happened. So finally, that, like in general, it was probably a good idea. Black wanted to finally make this dark squared bishop more active by playing bishop to c7, but it was a bit too late, because I had quite a lot of pieces here, and the thing is that the king of my opponent is not safe. So I played bishop takes g6. Now king cannot take on g6 because it's protected by the queen. If pawn takes, then let me show you. If pawn takes, then I give check, and not only I'm attacking the queen and winning that queen on the next move, but probably I will can even give checkmate. Maybe, yeah, checkmate is somewhere here. So that's why black played knight takes f4, and now I play queen takes f4, pawn takes, and after rook e7, the only move is this one, king to g8, queen f7, checkmate. So I can say that I was liking this game, because yes, at some point I had certain problems. My sacrifice on g5 was not a mistake, it was actually a very strong move, it was a good move, but I made an inaccuracy when I played f3 move, and I blocked the third rank for my rook and this diagonal for my queen at the same time. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel in order not to miss my future videos. Thanks and see you next time. Bye bye.